Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is directed by Jeff Fowler and written by Pat Casey, Josh Miller, and John Whittington. Jim Carrey, Ben Schwartz, Colin O'Shaughnessy, James Marsden, Tika Sumpter, and Idris Elba reprised their roles from the previous films, with Keanu Reeves joining the cast. It is the third film in the Sonic the Hedgehog film trilogy and is based on the Sonic the Hedgehog video game franchise. In the film, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles face Shadow the Hedgehog, who allies with the mad scientist Ivo and Gerald Robotnik in pursuit of revenge against humanity. I've had a surprising experience with this trilogy because it generally feels like yesterday that the first teaser dropped and we were all like, what the hell is going on with Sonic on its face? And they fixed it, and it really doesn't feel like any time has passed since then. I don't understand what's going on with time, but it's crazy right now. It's been 4 years since the first one, and we're on the third one, the fourth if you count the Knuckles series. And the Sonic films are officially a trilogy. I've enjoyed each one of them on their own terms for various reasons. Except the Knuckles Paramount Plus show. That was not my favorite. That ended up being more like the Wade Whipple show. I'll get into that someday, but today's not that day. The movies, on the other hand, they captured the Sonic characters like I know and love them from the video games I played as a kid. And they're pretty much the only place I can see Jim Carrey in a movie anymore, which is unfortunate because I love to see him in more things, and I'm glad he's back. But we get to see him as Robotnik once again, as well as Gerald Robotnik, so we doubled the Jim Carrey for the price of one. And once again, all the biggest laughs in the movie belong to him. He's working his ass off in this film, as usual. He's dancing in absurd sequences with lasers. He's ripping scenes with himself, and he's just doing a fantastic job as usual. I love Jim Carrey, and I want to see him in more films. Please, like, for the love of God, like, something like, someone convince him to unretire or something. If you enjoyed the first two Sonic movies like I have, you're probably gonna enjoy this one as well. It's made by the same team. They got Sonic right 2 times in a row, as well as Tails and last time Knuckles. And the introduction of Shadow here is really the draw. Keanu Reeves voicing him is awesome. This is a fan favorite character. He's probably my second favorite character, apart from Sonic himself. And I loved Keanu in this film. I thought he did a fantastic job. They did a great job of harnessing Shadow's backstory, presenting him as someone who has that dark and evil, but has the potential for redemption. They really got him right. The film's first 31 minutes are so good. I was genuinely like, wow, this is the best Sonic movie. There's an incredible fight sequence in Japan. And there's a great motorcycle chase that's very reminiscent of Akira or Tron. And everything looked amazing, and the film has a very, very good momentum to it. Where things stall a bit is the introduction of many bad stories, but that's okay because we got to learn about the new robot. We got to learn about Shadow's bad story, and at the same time, Sonic, Knuckles, and Tails are on their own little mission. So everything is happening in different parts of the Earth and at different times, and we're flashing at the Shadow when he's young, and we're learning a bit more about robot and family history, and it works. The third act is awesome. There's tons of really great fight sequences. And the stage for the finale were were were, were super high, and they did such a great job establishing all that the film has. That the film has a lot of fun callbacks to the games, and I noticed more of them in this film than I did in the others. Not to an annoying extent, but they fit really well. Like, like for instance, there's an early race where Sonic is so positive he's gonna win. He's gonna beat Tails and Knuckles, but when he gets to the finish line, Tails and Knuckles have been beating him, and they're just waiting to have him their foot. Because in the games, if you let Sonic go idle for too long, he starts having his foot because he's impatient. That's a really fun callback. There's also one about the Chow Gardens in the film that I thought was never going to happen, but the way they handled it is spectacular. Because this movie, in comparison to its predecessors, is definitely more Saturday morning cartoons like, and that's the highest compliment I can give because back in the day of 2003, the golden age of Saturday morning cartoons, as a kid, I used to watch the Sonic. It's anime. It's how I it was my introduction to Shadow. It was um and in his bad story, and watching this movie made me feel like a kid again, and I could be wrong, but the movie in the third act actually pulls something directly from the show and does it beautifully. There's also a lot of great moments in the musical score that I loved hearing. The weakest element of the movie really really is a bit of nitpicking, so just to be safe, I'm putting a spoiler tag on this section. Krysten Ritter. I love her in everything I've seen her in, especially Jessica Jones, but she is completely wasted here. Her character is kind of pointless to the overall story, unless I'm missing something, which I very much could be because I've only seen this movie once so far. Like I said, nitpicking. The point is, we've now had 3 silent films that seem to capture the essence of the character and have a very good action made by a team that digs the character and knows the characters. In fact, Jeff Fowler, the director, actually worked a little bit on the games, and that's really cool. I'm going to give Sonic the Hedgehog 3 an A. Guys, thank you as always for watching. What did you think of Sonic 3? Have you seen it? What is your favorite Sonic character? Let me know down below. If you've seen the film or whatever. And until the next video, guys, I will see you all very soon.
Preview.